What's up, man? This is Doring again, and I want to I want to give another idea. I want to submit to you this. I think we should have a clergy political party. Now, granted, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll do what I can to get it going to support whoever wants to start one. Something like that. I'm not a politician. I don't know enough about politics, but I think we need to have a clergy political party. And the reason why I put clergy in quotes is because obviously you can't name it. I don't think you can name it a clergy political party for the simple fact that separation of church and state. So I don't think you can actually name it that. I don't think that would be right. I don't know. Someone tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think you can do that. But I believe it'd be great if a clergy can put together a political party. And I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not a history buff either. If I'm not mistaken, there was a lot of clergy that were involved with putting together the Constitution, but that's neither here nor there. And I do believe that the people who put together the Constitution, those who were clergy or connected to the church when the Constitution was written, I do believe that a lot of things that we debate about now would not even be on the table. Now granted, they were dead wrong when it comes to slavery. But I think there are other things that we do now that would never even be put on the table. I mean, they weren't perfect people. None of us are perfect people. The only one who is perfect is Jesus Christ. He's the only one who's perfect. And the only book that's perfect is the Bible. Okay? And how you doing, twin? And that's the only book that's perfect. But when I say a clergy political party, this is what I say, right? Because this is why I say this. All right, some people are not going to agree with what I'm about to say, but it's my page. Okay, never mind. Don't mind me. Okay, it's early. All right, so here's the thing. Now, I am not in agreement with pushing the LGBT agenda on anyone, like forcing people to acknowledge the fact that you have changed your sex, and if I don't acknowledge the fact that I think that you have a problem, then I'm wrong, or I'm gonna be fine. I don't agree with that. Whereas, it's forced on us. I don't agree with that. You can do whatever you want. That's between you and Jesus, but don't force it on our children. Don't don't do that. I'm not down with that. I think it's, from a spiritual and ideological standpoint, I feel like it's an abomination. And I feel it's out of nature. But, that's neither here nor there. Don't agree with that. Also, obviously, I don't agree with abortion, because abortion is simply murdering a child. If the father wanted to kill the child, that'd be murder. See? So that, people say, well, it's it's a woman's right to choose. Woman's right to choose what? Murdering her child? But that's what she's doing. So, it's the wording they put on there to kind of make things sound like it's not as bad as what it really is. Okay? I'm not agreeing with that. But I also believe that there is systematic racism. So a lot of conservatives and, Republicans, they don't think that there's any systematic racism. So that's why I say we need to have a clerical party that stays biblical, recognizes that yes, there is racism, and that's a spirit that needs to be dealt with, and it's also against abortion and pushing the LGBT agenda. But nowadays you don't have that. It's either one or the other, and that's the way the government wants it. You're either on one extreme or the next. They don't want you to be in the middle. That's no fun. That's not sexy. You got to be on one extreme or the other, and that's the nature of our country. We like conflict. It's sexy. You know what I mean? And so but that's why I believe that we need to have a clerical party, which I don't think would ever really happen. That pushes the laws of God, right? But of course, honestly, this is not a theocracy that we live in. This is democracy that we live in. So everyone has a choice of how they want to vote. But I believe that if we had something like that, then at least it'll be on the table. At least the option be on the table. You know what? I don't have to sell my soul to be part of the Democrats. I don't have to sell my soul to be part of the Republicans. I can stand my ground with my spiritual convictions and with this other party. So that's all I'm saying. I just wish we could have something like that, and that would be great. Like I said, Jesus may come back in next week, and none of this stuff will happen, because I mean the world is going crazy right now. But that's just a little point. It's something. I'm just putting little things in your head right now, just to give you to think, get us to talking, and stuff like that. All right, love you in Jesus' name. What y'all think about that? And how could we get that started? How could we get that started? I know I have a lot of friends who are lawyers and very strongly into politics and things like that. And you guys can I have friends who are legislators and stuff like that. So you guys would know better than I would how we can get something going like that. You know, and if we can't do that, if that's not an option, no time soon, something needs to be done, man, because the last election, it was between a rock and a hard place, and this election is like between a rock and a rock, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Or a hard place and a hard place. You know, and not to say that that we didn't have this issue before when it comes to voting, but it seems like it's more exaggerated these past 2 terms, you know. So yeah, we need to pray. Jesus is soon to return. I know people have been saying it since Jesus left, but he is, you know, in his mindset, you know, 1,000 years is one day with him. So in his mindset, he can come any moment, and so we just gotta be ready. This world is crazy. Thank all of y'all for watching. Love you in Jesus' name. Bye-bye.